everybody. I'm making this video to answer some questions, and I'll be doing more videos like this because I found out it's so easy for me to procrastinate on making a big detailed video, but I figure if I do something and just strip it of everything difficult, then I'll be more likely to make a video. So anywho, I'll just be answering a question, just one question, and then that way the video won't be as long too. Anywho, this question is from Mr. Rebellious Boy 1987, and he says, "Hi Chris, quick question. You sew the darts line, but the darts are hanging out of the garment. How do you manipulate it inwards?" Mr. Rebellious Boy 1987 left the comment on the sheath dress alteration video that I did a while ago, where I showed taking a basically, shapeless kind of box cut dress and showing how to fit it by kind of pinching the darts out of it on both sides. And then I pinned it, and did that. So basically, Mr. Rebellious Boy, the easiest way to do that is to you're going to have to mark it somehow. And like if I take this little piece of paper and show you, you're going to have to, if you have your dress, I'll draw the dress here. And you're pinning your darts, you're gonna have to just go in and kind of mark it. That way you can know what you're doing. Okay, so let's look at this as if this is one dart that we're looking at here. And I hope you can see this. Let me change my zooming to here. Is that a little better? A little bit better. There we go. Okay, so if you're looking at this, we'll say this is one dart. This is the top of the dart. This is the bottom of the dart. This dot in the middle is the middle of the dart, and these are the two outside legs. Okay, and your darts can be mostly any shape, but this is the main shape of darts that are on the inside of the garment. They're fisheye darts. Okay, so basically what you're going to do, you're not going to mark one of the sides of the dart. Okay, so you only need to mark the top, the bottom, how far out it goes from the middle, and the middle. So the top, the middle, the bottom, and how far out from the middle it goes. Almost like in math when you learned about radiuses and diameters of a circle or whatever. A diameter goes all the way across, which would be like going from one side to the other side. Okay, we're just gonna do the radius of the dart and go from here to there. Okay, so you're gonna do that because what you're gonna end up doing is folding it in half, so you only need to see half of it. You don't need to see the other half, and if you ever mess up and you don't get exactly on that other dot on the other side, you might, get really frustrated, for some reason, because you can't always hit that dart exactly, So anyway, you only need one half, and then you'll sew it that way. Now, if this is the outside of the garment, the reason why you're going to mark it is so you can see it on the other side. Now, no, it's not super dark, but that's about what it looks like on fabric too. It's just dark enough for you to see it, and then you can flip your fabric over and then remark it on the other side from what you can see through the fabric. Here, there, something like that. And that's not exact, but pretty much like that. Then you can go in and do the same fold, and then you can sew it, and that way your dart will be on the correct side of the garment. Now, here's the other thing I do want to tell you before you do this. If you're originally marking on the outside of the garment, my first suggestion to you would be to flip the garment inside out from the start. That way, you're already dealing on the correct side of the garment. Okay? Even if you're fitting the garment on someone, the garment should fit inside out the same way it fits right side in. Okay. But if you've already done it on the outside and you have it fitting the way you want and you don't want to refit it, then of course, just follow the technique I have here. But let me draw something else for y'all. If you are, let's see. You're gonna go in 1/8. From where the dart actually needs to stop. And then when you get ready to sew it, you're gonna sew it past 1/8. So, let me change this back. Alright. So, if you look here, I kind of have the darker colored in marks are the marks that are showing you where you actually need to, where you actually need to sew to. And this is where the darts actually stop, the colored in marks. And then you'll see the arrows. I'm showing that you need to go, if this is the top of the dart, you need to go down 1/8 and then mark where it needs to be. So there really should not be the colored in mark. The colored in mark should not be on your fabric, because if that's where you actually need to sew to, there's a good chance that if you haven't been sewing for a while, there's a good chance you're going to see this on the outside of the garment. So in order to avoid all of that, just move down 1/8 of an inch, and from the outside move in 1/8 of an inch, and then from the bottom move up 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so you're moving towards the inside of the dart here with this middle mark. Okay, so wherever you're, like if this is the center of the dart over here, you're gonna move towards the inside. Okay, anyway, that's about it. That's all you gotta do. Like I said, I'll repeat myself again. If you haven't started fitting the dress, move it to the inside. Okay, or change your garment, flip it into the inside. If you have started already, then just follow the rules for marking it and move down 1/8 of an inch. Flip it on the other side, kind of color in just a little bit where you marked it, and then you're gonna sew past 1/8 of an inch. But if you already have it on the correct side, which would be the inside outside, then you would just sew, or I'm sorry, you would still mark 1/8 of an inch down just in case, but at least that way you don't have to do all this crazy flipping it around and trying to make sure you got it, you know. So anyway, I hope that helps.